Hello everyone, this is Nimish. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to speak about the Tamil movie Maanagaram. This movie was one of the most appreciated movie of 2017 in the Tamil film industry. So let's speak more about this movie today. This movie is a sort of crime thriller and with elements of drama in it, and it tells the tale of one particular day and night and the events that happen among a particular set of characters in the big city of Chennai. And it has a variety of characters that they have portrayed and different situations of life, and all their stories kind of intertwine into one kind of tale. The movie begins with a sort of crime that a particular group wants to execute and sort of interrelates all these characters, and so the movie takes us through the journey of all these characters as well as the story of the night. This movie, first of all, is very beautifully performed by all the actors. I think that many of them I have seen for the first time, and so it's really interesting to watch such actors come up, very sort of not super famous actors acting with such brilliance and natural talent that it's really amazing to watch, because that's what gives the movie that kind of conviction. So I'm very happy to see all these actors deliver perfectly, because I could see that the way the movie is written for these characters, they enacted it in the exact way. So every character did its bit, and you can strikingly see the contrast between these characters about how different they are, how different their personalities are, how different their characters are, how different their background will be, their upbringing will be, how their goals are different. It's so well clearly defined that you don't confuse yourself between the characters and don't confuse their motivations and actions for what they do. So it's really a very well written film in terms of the characterization of the story. In terms of direction, it is very difficult to direct movies like this where a lot of characters come together and intertwine, because there's elements of editing that gets very difficult when you have to sort of portray the timeline of the night perfectly. Like event A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they have to be shot first, then they have to be edited perfectly, and it's not as straight as A, B, C, D, E. It's going to be like half of A, then half of B, then half of D, and then you come back to the other half of A and then the other half of C. And so that's the editing process that takes place, because it switches between the characters and their plots and subplots. So it's very difficult kind of a story to direct, and so that was done brilliantly, seamlessly. You sit through and sail through without getting confused about the script, which is easy to get confused when there are so many characters involved in what's going on, and you sometimes tend to lose the point of the movie. Like sometimes I've seen movies where there are so many characters that at one point you're like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. But over here that never happened, and that is effective direction. However, in one part of the movie towards the end, when the night gets late, it probably crosses midnight at some point. At that part, I felt that there was some kind of convenience in the writing, in the script, and I felt like everything falling in place too easily, So, for example, the movie started out with the public in your eye because it's daytime. There's public, there's random people walking behind you, this and that. There are random events happening at different locations. But as the movie progressed, these characters sort of bumped into each other very convincingly in a big city like Chennai, with so many roads and streets and gullies and nooks and corners and all of that. It was a little too convenient that these five characters intertwined with each other so often. There were scenes where there is like three different characters coming from three different places meet at the same spot, so those kind of things got a little convenient. So that was something that I felt could have been kept more natural and not kind of tended towards the convenience of screenwriting and screenplay just to make things easier. So if that was done well, this movie would have been amazingly perfect, totally would have been a 5 on 5. But I think that because it just felt like the writers didn't give their 100%, they could have made it more natural and stuff like that. It could have been more perfect, and in terms of keeping the natural element of intertwining stories, that's what I feel was lacking. But otherwise, on all levels and all performances were absolutely mind-blowing. As I said, I've seen these actors for the first time, not really seen them a lot, including Regina. I've not seen her a lot in other movies. So it was a very nice experience to watch such natural performances come out, and it was just absolutely a fun movie to watch. So I'm going with 3.5 out of 5 stars for Maanagaram. I hope you like this review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and take care.